Welcome back to Pax Europiana, here calling for the Western Motorway Ring Road of Tirana. Tirana is a very big city with 1.2 million people, and it doesn't have a motorway ring road like every other European capital has, and that's really a big loss of time, money, and a disaster for the people from environmental and economic and social perspective. And there is a highway up to Elbasan, very good. There is a very logical geographic conclusion, and there is the need for a western highway because you see the mountains, that's Fushkruya, that's basically then on the north, and what Albania, and also that should be one integral part of the so-called Adriatic highway, that is a western ring road. Meaning, where I have showed you already when I was coming from Montenegro, then the highway stops, and then it's very important that point to make a western highway ring road, not on the same road via the city speedway of Durrës. Don't mix me up, don't get this wrong. I want to suggest a full EU-style European motorway ring road, an European standard. Like Pristina has it already. Pristina has a western highway ring road, half moon from the north to the south, connecting all the big infrastructure arterias leading out of the city and building that really nicely. And Pristina has it, and Tirana doesn't have it. And here there is a lot of traffic, for example, from the beach towards the Kosovo highway. There's a lot of traffic towards Macedonia. There's a lot of traffic into the city. And what is really missing is the so-called Western Motorway Ring Road of Tirana. And if we have some decency in Europe, we printed so much money, let's build this ring road. Let's give Albania this money, because they otherwise have to run to the Chinese, because we are again completely useless. And what I say is not a secret, it was already the plan 10 years ago. I cannot understand what Rama did. Some people actually say that he did good things and he built a lot of infrastructure. Look for the inner cities, yes, he has really done this urban revitalization. That's true in Durrës, Tirana, Shkodra, Berat, with the help of the American Development Fund or not, American Albanian Development Fund and a lot of donors, but that's really true. But on major infrastructure, some conclusions, yes, the completion of the Kosovo highway, at least the bridges, and the Elbasan highway, yes, but he has not done anything big. And in my view, the most important priorities now is this Western highway ring. This should be done immediately. This is really very much an efficient part from what is called Fumane, where the highway now stops. That is a relative decent highway, almost at European standards. This 25 kilometers between Milot in the north and Fumane, that's north of Kruja. And then you go in a circle between Durrës and Tirana, and then go further to the south and go to Rokšinje and into Elbasan. And obviously the most important after that is then the continuation with the now new, soon to be done Bechtel highway in Macedonia, because if Macedonia now does this beautiful highway from the Kosovo border west of Skopje towards Ohrid, and then it's just logically that also this half circle towards Elbasan, I'm calling now, is then continued to close the highway gap with Macedonia. I mean, that's quite logical, and they should give that all, this Western Ring Road and also the highway towards Macedonia as well, to Bechtel. So it's in one hand, and it's very logical, and that's very important. Obviously, it's also important to close the link from Milot to Shkodra to Podgorica. But please, there was Abasovic again talking about this idea of building it at Murican and to break the lake of Shkodra. That's of course a complete nonsensical idea. The highway from Milot has to build north of Shkodra and directly to Podgorica to connect on that line and then continue. Obviously, it must be the Adriatic highway inland towards Danilovgrad, Niksic and Trebinje, and then north to connect to Medjugorje. Any coastal routing would be utter destructive. But that's a different topic. Now I want to focus on the Western Ring Road. This is absolutely what it's needed, and here in Tirana, and that's the absolute biggest priority, and I call on the Albanian authority to make that from September the biggest priority and to get this done. Bechtel can do that in 2 years. Sure, there will be expropriation problems because you have not fixed the land and the cadastre, but this is the absolutely major priority to make Tirana work again in a sense, because it's a complete traffic mess. And with this highway ring road, as you see in Pristina, traffic is much better, much easier, much better. And I remind everybody, if Kosovo can do it and has already now this working half-circle highway European standards, I ask myself, why please can Albania not do the same like Kosovo? Please, it's very urgent. Let's get this done. Thanks a lot. Bye.